Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Starry Tarot. It is good to see y'all today. And welcome, Miss Marissa. Thank you so much, girl, for your donation. Let me start the list here. How are you doing, Marissa? And today we are using the Cat Tarot deck, the one, the only. Well, I have several different cat tarot decks, but there's only one just simply titled the Cat Tarot deck. And it is this little buddy right here, and it is super cute. Even if you don't think cats are cute, it's really adorable. Miss Marissa just made a donation for a mini reading. While we wait for her to post her question, welcome. If you are new here, thank you for your subscription and welcome to the channel. If you are returning, welcome back. Good to see you. My name is Sophie. I can answer any of your questions with the exception of medical and or legal questions. Other than that, we are golden. Answer all sorts of questions, lots of romance questions. I almost said lots of legal questions. No, I don't do legal questions. Hi, Miss Marissa. My question is, will Alshon and I reconcile and become a family? We talked about the other night, and he seemed sincere about wanting our son we have together to have a relationship with his other brothers. Okay. Let's see. And what's your sign again, and what's his sign? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Marissa and Alshon reconcile and become a family again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Marissa and Alshon reconcile and become a family again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Marissa and Alshon reconcile and become a family again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Marissa and Alshon reconcile and become a family again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Marissa and Alshon reconcile and become a family again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Marissa and Alshon reconcile and become a family again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Marissa and Alshon reconcile and become a family again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Marissa and Alshon reconcile and become a family again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Marissa and Alshon reconcile and become a family again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Marissa and Alshon reconcile and become a family again? He's an Aquarius and you are a Gemini. Okay. And you guys talked about it the other night and he seemed sincere. Okay, and have you guys talked since then? We have the Hierophant reversed, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, the Star reversed, and Knight of Cups. This looks very promising. I'm terrified about this reading because I'm afraid it's going to disrupt my manifesting the life I want. Well, you don't got to worry about that, love. I'm not worried about that. This looks really good. And I'll tell you what, too, before I even get into these cards here, while I was shuffling, I kept on seeing the Four of Wands, which is a homecoming, a reunion, a reuniting, a happy home. It didn't come out in the spread, but I kept on seeing it when I was shuffling. And I just got a good feeling about this, and I'm getting a good feeling here. First of all, we have my 2 favorite cards here. Only one's reversed. We have the Star, and it is reversed, and I'll get to that in a sec. Actually, I'll start with the Hierophant and the Star reversed here. Actually, no. I'm going to start with, in my opinion, the most powerful card. This, in my opinion, is the most powerful card in the entire deck, girl. The 10 of Pentacles. This is family. This is indicative of family, definitely of reunions, of placing a high value on one's family and building a legacy as well. You're trying to work things out. And I can see that. And I can see that he sincerely wants that. He still has love for you with this Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups. It is, part of this is, of course, about reuniting the family and the importance of the brothers being together, the siblings being together. But a big part of this is he genuinely still has very strong romantic feelings for you. That he feels like there's still more to the story. He has some self-doubts. I don't know why things ended between the two of you guys, and you don't have to tell me, but he does. That's what because I wanted to start with the Star reverse and the Hierophant reverse, but they weren't coming too clearly to me, but they're coming much more clearly to me now. Because the love for you is very real. The affection that he has for you is very real. The bond that he feels is very strong. And that family bond is super important to him as well. But he does have some self-doubts. With the Hierophant reversed, this is a card about lack of trust. It's not about a lack of, when it's in its upright position, I could say it can be a sign of a lack of trust of others, or a warning to not put one's full trust in other people's opinions. But when it's reversed, this really feels like he has a lack of trust in himself, a lack of faith in himself. So I don't know why things ended between the two of you. If it had something to do with bad behavior on his part, or a lack of action and or communication, that could be something he's concerned about. Communication does seem to be like a bit of an issue with him, which is surprising because he is. Wait, he's the Aquarius? Is he the Aquarius? Yeah, he's the Aquarius, right? And you're the Gemini. I'm an Aquarius. Gemini is my favorite sign. Gemini and Leo are my two favorite signs. And Geminis, y'all are good at talking. That's part of what I love about Geminis. You guys, there's never a dull moment with Gemini, and the conversation's never dull. There's never a lull in the conversation. You guys always have something insightful and humorous to say, and it's not that I think that the communication between you in that sense is bad. It's that I feel like he can be inconsistent. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the energy I'm getting with the Star reversed, and the Hierophant reversed is like he's not hitting his own mark, or he hasn't hit his own mark in the past, and he does have some worries about failing you again, failing himself again, failing your kid again. So he is sincere. He is very sincere. He does really want to make this work. He does sincerely want to try to make things work, but it feels like that's going to be largely, I mean, it does take two to tango, it is going to take some cooperation and working together between the two of you, but I feel like a lot of the work is more on his side of things, because I'm getting this energy of self-doubt. But do I think that he's sincere about this and really wants to make this happen? Yes. Yeah. I don't think he's BSing you at all. It's just a matter of, can he, whatever caused the things to end last time, I think the question is that able to be prevented? I think that's more something he's questioning. You're possibly questioning it too, but there's something that needs to be prevented, I feel, from happening again. or not happening. Like I said, either something he didn't do or something he did do. But yeah, the desire to reconcile is very real, and it's not, because I was also curious too, because when you asked the question, you asked if you were going to reconcile and get together, you know, as a family. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, well, that's interesting because it's kind of two things. It's like and we had both there. It showed the family card, the Ten of Pentacles, and the love card, romance, Two of Cups and Knight of Cups. So yeah, it's very sincere, and it's for both reasons: love of you as a woman, and the love he clearly has for your children. So yeah, that is good to hear. I'm really looking forward to this, Marissa. Keep me in the loop. Let me know how things go, because those are some powerful cards. Those are some really strong cards. Some of my favorite, literally two of my favorite cards. My two favorite cards in the deck, right there. So, Ten of Pentacles is a big one. Thank you so much again, Ms. Marissa. Much love and light to you. All right, so with that, the donation queue is currently open again. So whoever sends a donation in next will be read for next. And I have a few different donation options. I have all my basic donation options pinned at the bottom of the chat. I offer the first offer that I have for you is my basic mini reading, and that is simply one question, and that consists of 5 cards. And that is a donation of $7.77 if you use Cashapp, PayPal, or Venmo. If you need to use SuperChat, it's $9.99. And then I also offer a full reading, which consists of 10 cards, and that can be one question or split into 2 5-card readings. That is $14.14 unless you need to Super Chat, and which is $20.20. And then I also offer my in-depth expanded reading that consists of 15 cards, which I highly recommend. And that again can be just one question or split into 2, one 10-card, one 5-card, or split into 3 5-card readings. And that is $21.21 unless you need to use Super Chat, in which is $29.29. I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something that you are interested in, please let me know before sending your donation. I need to know what your person who you're trying to contact's name is, their date of birth, their date of passing, their relation to you, just so I can make sure that I can indeed get into contact with them if they're available to communicate with me at this time. So yeah, if that is something you're interested in, please let me know. And that is $35.35 unless you need to use Super Chat, in which it is $50.50. I answer a lot of romance questions, a lot of questions pertaining to matters of the heart and how others regard us. Basically, I get a lot of clients coming to me asking, how does so-and-so currently think, what are their current thoughts towards me, or what are their current feelings, or what are their current intentions. And I always recommend my love spread, my OG love reading, and that's at no additional donation amount, but it answers essentially 5 questions in one, 3 main questions. And it can be done with a mini reading, a full, or an in-depth reading. But yeah, it answers what their current thoughts are towards you, their current feelings, as well as their current intentions towards you at this time, in addition to their general energies towards the connection and your general energies towards the connection at this time. So yeah, definitely recommend that reading. And again, not just for matters of the heart. I've done that reading for people's, like, neighbors, coworkers, you name it, all different types of folks. If you're just curious how someone sees you, regards you, etc., I highly recommend that reading. I don't believe in twin flames. That is something I don't believe in, but I do believe in love. I do believe in soulmates. I do believe that there is someone special, multiple special people out there for us, as we have multiple soulmates. And soulmates are not just romantic, they come in many different shapes and sizes. The soulmate confirmation reading I highly recommend for folks who are currently in a connection that's on the newer side. If you're curious as to where things are heading or the potential of the connection, we directly ask your angels, messengers, and spirit guides if the person in question is indeed a soulmate of yours, and if the answer is yes, they'll explain why and in what context. If the answer is no, they'll explain why not. Alternatively, we can also ask your spirit guides if they give their divine blessing towards the connection in question. If they do, that definitely solidifies soulmate status. And again, that doesn't just have to be romantic. I've done a soulmate reading for other types of interpersonal relationships, and that is $16.16 unless you need to use SuperChat, and which it is 23. I want to say 23. Yeah, 23. And then I also offer past life regression readings. I've been studying past life regression therapy since I was very, very young. I figured out a way to channel people's past lives through tarot maybe 2 years. I want to say 2 years into my professional reading business. And it's very illuminating, very insightful, very in-depth. Can definitely explain a lot that is seemingly inexplicable, and illuminate a lot of things that are not clearly illuminated at this time. It can definitely explain like irrational fears. Hey Mahogany, what's up? You spoke to Chuck today. No way. What did he say? Haha, that rhymed. What did he say? What did he say? Yeah, past life readings, they are never boring. They are always very, very insightful, and very illuminating. And those are $19.19 unless you need to use SuperChat, in which they are $27.27. And then I also offer private readings offline. I offer 2 different types of private readings. The first one's by appointment only, just one-on-one, you and me over Zoom. It's what you're seeing here. You see me and you hear me, you see the cards. And it's by appointment only. He said I make him smile, and he did also mention what you said about being divorced. He also takes care of his mother that has Alzheimer's, but guess how old he is? Okay, I'm gonna guess. I mean, he said he's fine. So I'm gonna think he is like surprisingly a bit older. I'm gonna guess he's like 70? Is he 70? 65? I don't know. But yeah, okay, so I didn't pick up the thing, that's sad about his mom, and the divorce too. So he's been through some big upheavals lately. 58. Okay, I think, girl, you made it sound like it was much older. Okay, 58. That's, that's not, I don't think that's a huge, well, I don't know, I don't know exactly precisely how old you are, but, he's still got game. He may be divorced, but he's clearly still an attractive man, and, yeah, that's gotta be rough. Did he mention when he got divorced? It must, I mean, if he mentioned it already, it's got to have happened super recently. And if it came out in the cards, you know what I mean? I didn't think he was that old. That was a good guess. And yeah, he has been through some deep things, but that's normal at his age. True. True. Yeah, getting older, our parents getting older. Um, marriages don't always last, you know, as I have to tell a lot of my clients. Like, I have so many clients that come to me and say, you know, what's my husband, my next husband going to be like, or what's my husband going to be like? I'll be like, okay, I can tell you what they're going to be like, but you might tell me some stuff you don't want to hear too, because, you know, you might get married more than once. That does happen to quite a few people. I hate having to say that, but it's a real fact. I'm not digging into that for real. But he is saying I'm too young, he thinks. Okay, but I think he could change his mind. Possibly, possibly. Um, okay, so he said that he thought you were too young. You might be the youngest woman who's ever approached him. At least, you know, since he's gotten older. Um, it's possible you could change his mind. I try not to operate from that point of view because it can be hard to change people sometimes, oftentimes, um, and especially the older they are. I think I even said something to the effect of like, you know, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I'm not saying he'll never change his mind, but and it's possible, yeah. Maybe I think so, but I'm not here to change his mind. I mean, I think he will on his own. Yeah, I already went through that. I'm not about to go through that again. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, if he is ready, or when he's ready, if and when he's ready to come around, he can come to you. Yeah. Well, at least we got some clarity. That's good. So okay, yeah, that's some stuff he's still carrying. Yeah, if he brought it up, I feel like it must be pretty recent. Um, but because like yeah, I mean, not to say that a divorce wouldn't hurt, you know, if it happened years ago, but if he's bringing it up in like early conversations with people he doesn't really know, it's likely happened super recently. Yeah, I came just to tell your reading was spot on. Oh, well, thank you. But now it makes more sense why he is hesitant. His age. Yeah, yeah. It sounds like he's dealing with some insecurity there. I think you might be one of the youngest women that's approached him. Yeah, I asked was he married, then he said it. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So he didn't just bring it up out of the blue, but he did. Okay. Yeah. Well, dang. Yeah, card don't lie. Card don't lie. It has yet to lie to me, girl. I need to put my glasses on. I'm having difficulty. Some days I like find it more difficult to see than others. I don't understand what that is, but now I wonder what his sign is. I bet he's a fixed sign or a fire sign. Get some fire energy. Or did I say air? I think I might have picked up on it. No, I haven't. Oh, he's a Pisces. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, they really feel the feels. Pisces dudes. I mean, Pisces women feel the feels too, but as women, we're, you know, hardwired to process that stuff. Um, no, I haven't talked to him. Um, but I've thought a lot of. I thought he weighed heavily on my mind last night. I'll be totally honest. And I came to some realizations I didn't want to come to. Like, I don't know. Part of me keeps on saying, like, oh, it's just like we just keep on re-meeting at the wrong time, like when he's just gone through a breakup. But then part of me is like, why does it have to be that way? Because he could have, like, this guy could have come back into my life and, like, why didn't he ask me to marry him? Why has he asked 2 girls to marry him since we've known each other? Yeah, he's never asked me to even be his girlfriend. So that realization stung. I was like, that was a shitty realization to come to, but I gotta be real. It sounds like something I would tell one of my clients. It's a little real, He might have been thinking about you too. It's possible. I don't, but I mean, he had my number. I don't know. We both, maybe he didn't have my number, but right. Why do you guys keep meeting if it doesn't mean more? Well, we are friends. I do really appreciate him as a friend, and I appreciate his company, and we have the same taste in music and movies and stuff and humor. Like, we're going to Amoeba this weekend to, like, look at movies and records and stuff on Haight Street. But maybe he's just trying to get in my pants. I don't know. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that he thinks I'm too good for him. I think it's that he thinks he's too good for me. That's another thing I keep thinking, is that he thinks he's too good for me, or I'm not good enough in some way. That's weird that you say that, because I thought of it, but I thought the other way around. He's got to know at this point that he's not gonna be granted access to me without locking it down in some way. Maybe, yeah, maybe I'll be surprised. I really feel like we just need to have a talk, honestly. And going shopping this weekend will not be a good space to do that. To have like a heavy combo. So I really, and I don't want to put him on the spot either. I just want clarity, and it's not super heavy either. I'm not gonna start crying or anything. I just want clarity, like how, when did you ask this last chick to marry you? Like, was it really fast? Because that could be dangerous. If you're jumping into things super fast, it could be just a matter of not so much that relationships aren't good for you, but that you're doing it wrong, or you're picking the wrong people. Because guys actually who think you are too good for them to treat you the way he does is never really making that step, believe it or not. Yeah, I think when you talk it will make sense. Yeah, I have a lot of confusion with that guy. And I will give him that. He is a lot more open now. Like, if I asked him a question, he'd answer it. He wouldn't shy away. He would be respectful of my emotional curiosity. Well, thanks, love. That's kind of you. I'm not banking on anything. I'm not trying to get my hopes up in changing him at all. But if he does end up coming to a realization that maybe, because from how I see this whole thing is, he just doesn't know what he wants. He knows he doesn't want what he just had. He doesn't want another failed engagement. I hear him. No one wants that. But that doesn't mean, I can't imagine a therapist even agreeing with him and saying, like, yeah, it just means that relationships aren't for you. Like, that would be some serious, like, that'd be some seriously weird. That would be something seriously weird for, like, a therapist to agree with. Because he does have a therapist, and I would be shocked if they haven't talked about his whole standpoint on relationships. Getting to the root of why will definitely expose a lot. I think so, because I've never met any of his exes. I don't even know what any of them look like, sound like, act like. Don't even know the names. I get a feeling that Because if he is the problem, then yeah. Well, I get the feeling that he's not. I get the feeling that he goes for really bossy girls. And I'm like the complete opposite of that. I get the sense that he probably goes for girls that are like, "You're my boyfriend, like you're gonna be mine," and then he goes, "Okay." I could see him totally being like that, like falling for, not falling for, but like just like going along with things and getting swept up, but also like, and then getting locked into something really uncomfortable, where someone's like, you know, possibly like nagging you all the time, and like I could see him getting swept up in something like that. I think I'm too chill for him, or too chill with him. Well, that might be his type because of what he went through in childhood. Well, his mom's not like that. His inner child wound doesn't heal or change until people decide to. Yeah, yeah. Whatever happened when he was a kiddo, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he didn't speak till he was 5. But I mean, he has a good relationship still with his family. His mom's not a really boss. She's not a bossy lady, or like aggressive. I don't know. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of healing to do. Like this, when I think of this situation, I think of the Star card reversed. The Aquarius that still needs to heal. Because that was a big one that I realized. I was like, then that means that his therapist likely agreed with the conclusions he's come to about romance, and like, yeah. Also, I need clarity on what he sees as an actual long-term relationship. You know, because if one's idea of a long-term relationship doesn't involve marriage, okay, but if it also doesn't involve cohabitation, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it comprised of? What does it look like? So, and if it just looks like friends with benefits, then you should be putting down your dating app, dude, because you're gonna confuse a lot of people, a lot of ladies there, as was I. But I don't want to sound like mean about it or like accusatory. You know what I mean? Hey, Miss Deb, how you doing, girl? Happy Monday to you. How have you been? I'm good. I'm good. I had a bit of a rough week last week. Just girl hormone stuff and boy stuff. Girl and boy stuff. We're just talking boys, mom and me right now. Um, yeah, dude stuff. How about you? Did you have a good weekend? Okay, Miss Deb, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was on mute. I am so sorry. Thank you so much. I don't have to put Miss Deb. It's just Deb. It says Miss Deb in your username. That's why I put Miss Deb, but I can totally change it for you, Deb. You wanted one question? Yeah, I think your username, I think used to say just Deb on it. I don't know. Just wanted to, you got it, love. Please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. Oh, gotcha. Deb, please go ahead and post your question, love. Thank you. I know. Hello, everyone. Is the reason CB wants to meet up and talk because he's trying to move in with me or something else? Another reader said that's the only reason he wants us to talk so bad. Okay. And I'm assuming that wasn't something he said to you, right? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides is the reason why CB wants to meet up and talk with Deb because he wants to move in with her. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides is the reason why CB wants to meet up and talk with Deb because he wants to move in with her. Or is there some other reason? He said he wants to move in with me. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is the reason why CB is trying to meet up and talk with Deb because he wants to move in with her, or is there another reason? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Is CB wanting to meet up and talk with Deb because he wants to move in with her, or is there another reason? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Is the reason why CB wants to talk to Deb because he wants to move in with her? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does CB want to talk to Deb face to face because he wants to move in with her, or is there another reason? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Is the reason CB wants to meet up and talk with Deb he wants to move in with her, or is there another reason? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does CB want to meet up and talk with Deb because he wants to move in with her, or is there another reason? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Is the reason CB wants to meet up and talk with Deb to move in with her, or is there another reason? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does CB want to meet up and talk with Deb because he wants to move in with her, or is there another reason? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does CB want to meet up and talk with Deb in person to move in with her, or is there another reason? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does CB want to meet up and talk with Deb to move in with her, or is there another reason? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does CB want to meet up and talk with Deb to move in with her? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Does CB want to meet up and talk with Deb because he wants to move in with her, or is there something else? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Is the reason CB wants to meet up and talk with Deb to move in with her, or is there another reason? No, he's vague with wanting to meet. I don't understand the purpose because the last time we talked it wasn't positive. He didn't say if he could say anything. I don't trust him. Yeah, I hear you. And I think the last time I read for you, you were asking if he really wanted to meet up with you. Was that? I think that was the question you had. I might be wrong there. I might be misremembering. We have Queen of Wands reversed, Seven of Cups, Justice, Judgment, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Ace of Swords reversed, Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles reversed. Oh, sorry, this is Nine of Cups and Six of Cups. I apologize. And Strength. Hi, Tim. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Tim. That is so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you. He's the one that asked me. I didn't ask him. What do you mean? Oh no, I know. That's what I meant. Was the last question I believe that I answered for you was, I think it was a few weeks ago, and I believe you asked if he was really trying to meet up with you and talk to you in person, or if he was just trying to get attention. I might be misremembering though. In terms of him trying to move in with you, and that being the reason why he wants to meet up with you, I am seeing the Ten of Pentacles here, which is often indicative of a home. How did you remember what I asked? I have really good memory, Deb. Like, yeah, I have crazy good memory. I don't write everything down. That'd be crazy. No, I just have good memory. So this Ten of Pentacles is, quite frankly, this is the only card that I'm seeing here that is indicating anything of wanting to move in with you. So in terms of what the other reader said, I'm not seeing that so much as I am seeing definitely a desire for some type of reconciliation. And I know that he asked if I could pick him up from the airport when he comes back in town. That seems really audacious, given what you just told me, which was what I was just going to say. Is this seems strange based on the fact that, yeah, your last conversation was not a positive one. It didn't end on a positive note. But we know him. That doesn't seem to stop him. Um, he still dreams of you. Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups. These are both cards of wishes and dreams. And we have this Nine of Cups paired with this Queen of Wands reversed. He's feeling unstable right now. Maybe he is unstable in his housing situation, but again, I'm not seeing the Chariot. I'm not seeing the Wheel of Fortune. I'm not seeing the Four of Wands. I'm not seeing the House / moving cards here. Not seeing any cards indicating like moving in with someone, or like that being the main goal. Wait, what do you mean by no reconciliation? I'm sorry, you didn't finish that sentence. No, he does want a reconciliation with you. You said that the last conversation you had ended on a negative. No, it did not. It was not a positive one. With this Justice and the Six of Cups right here in the center, this is him wanting to make things right in some way. And I feel like he's grasping at straws. He so desperately wants to see you in person. What I'm seeing here is strong desire for you, strong affections for you. Nine of Cups, Seven of Cups. But we also have this Queen of Wands reversed, this Ace of Swords reversed, these cards where he's not, when he does speak, he says stupid things. He says the wrong thing. He's not very tactful, as we know, right? And lately he's kissing up to me in a weird way. Yeah, he's really wanting to do right by you. Again, I'm not seeing cards of specifically moving in here. One, two, three, four. Oh yeah, this is the six. Yeah, this, because with this Justice and Six of Cups, he looks at you through rose-tinted lenses. Even if you tell him, like, look, dude, I'm not interested in you. I don't want to talk to you. This isn't going to work. I don't know why you're trying to talk to me. He's still going to try. Even though he's been thwarted, he still is going to continue trying until you just stop, until you ignore him, essentially. He will continue, and that's also part of the Six of Cups. It's also about communication, keeping you in his energies, keeping you in his communication. We have this Justice card, and then we have Judgment right next to it here. He knows that he's been acting like a fool, but I will say it doesn't feel intentional. He just feels his energy just feels like he's not the victim in the situation. He's the one that said cruel things to me in the past. That's probably what he's trying to rectify, love. There's something he's trying to make right with this Six of Pentacles reversed and Judgment card here. He does feel, he does not feel like the victim. No. He feels like he did you wrong. He said I should have felt lucky to think I had a chance with him. Yeah, that stuff's really ugly, and that comes from a place of hurt. Like, and I'm not making excuses for him at all. But people say that kind of stuff. The people who say that kind of stuff and then continue to talk to you, they don't mean it. And people who really do mean that kind of stuff likely wouldn't say that. That's a really defensive statement to make, you know, and really cruel, just straight up cruel. And this Judgment, Six of Cups reversed, is self. To me, this looks like self-judgment, like he's judging himself and the stupid things he said to you, the hurtful things he said to you, and because he feels like he can do better now. Do I think he can do better now? I don't think so. Unless he ends up getting everything he wants, I can see him turning again. Like I do with this Ten of Pentacles and strength, like I see it, like he strongly desires you. He really does. To the point where he's like throwing a tantrum, like an internal tantrum, like, and doing anything he can to bring you back into his life. He knows that he effed up by saying all those hurtful things. It's not the way to bring someone into your life. And it's every time I pull cards for him, I always see the same thing. Someone who's strongly attracted to you, strongly drawn to you, and feels like, yeah, feels hurt that they can't have you, but they're determined to keep trying. Queen of Wands reversed. Right, I need to see actions. Yeah, and that's the thing, is he's not showing actions. That is this Queen of Wands reverse. The Queen of Wands reverse is someone who's not taking the right actions, still not saying the right things, still not doing the right things. I think a large part of this comes from him feeling hurt by not being able to have you in the way he wants you on his terms, feeling rejected, and part of this is feeling badly. Like, well, of course she rejected me after I said all those things to her. Like, he feels really stupid, as he should. And yeah, you absolutely need to see actions here. Because this isn't enough, and I see he's totally hell-bent on seeing you in person, talking to you face to face, and I do understand that there are some things that do need to be talked about in person. Facial expressions, body language, those are all key things to pick up on. But at the same time, we don't completely trust this guy. You don't completely trust him. I don't completely trust him. I don't completely trust him to stay the nice guy, or to stay, I don't want to say the nice guy, but to stay being peaceful towards you and not antagonistic towards you and weird. You know? What type of tantrum? He's been laid back lately. Like, he's throwing an emotional temper tantrum, like, internally. And this is how it's showing up in his behavior. I don't mean a literal tantrum, but like an emotional temper tantrum, like stomping his feet internally, like, why can't I have her? And okay, and you mentioned that he's been laid back lately as well. Yeah, the jerk in him usually emerges eventually. That's what I'm saying. Is like, I feel like he's got this Mr. Nice Guy. I want to make things better. I want to rectify things. I want to reconcile with you. This false. I think it's coming from a sincere place, but the guy he flips. He flips back and forth. Yeah, the jerk in him usually emerges eventually. Yeah. There's something going on with him that's not right in the cabeza. I'm not here to diagnose or anything, but he strikes me as someone who's definitely in balance. I'm sure I've said it before, because he flips at the drop of the switch. He's so quick to be reactive, and in such a strong, hurtful way. You can't trust him. But in terms of him trying to move in with you, I'm sure he would like to, Deb. I have no doubt that that's something that he would like, because he really does. Yeah, I want to still see the good in him like I used to. Yeah, but yeah, and I understand that, but I mean, and we all have good and bad sides to us, but his just seems very volatile. You called him unbalanced and borderline psychopathic before. Psychopathic? Did I really say that? I rarely use that term. That's a huge term to use. To me, a psychopath is like a serial killer. I don't think I would call him a psychopath. Maybe a sociopath, like someone who doesn't have a conscience. That's probably what I said. Psychopath's a major one. I don't usually use that term. Yeah, he wants to freeload off me. That's what I was told. He's not that type of. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, girl, if he wanted to freeload off of you, you know. And it it wouldn't surprise me if he wanted to live with you, because he so badly wants to be with you. But do I think that's his main and only MO? No, I think it's part of that, but I do think it's part of his like big fantasy that he has and still holds on to of possibly being with you. Yeah, he's very unstable. I don't, and I do, and when I say he's volatile, I don't feel like he's a danger, like physically, um, but the way that he can affect your emotions, um, and that he was a little obsessive in the past. No, no, I'm not dismissing you, Deb. I trust you. Um, I'm just surprised I said that because it's not something I normally say. But yeah, no, he is very volatile, and it affects your equilibrium. You know, so it's not just a platonic meetup like he's pretending it is. No, it's not. It's all covered in romance. He's claiming it's platonic. Oy vey. Here we go. I didn't know that he told you that. He really is BSing, huh? This is totally romantic. Why can't you just keep it real? Because he's not well. We're dealing with someone who's not. You can't make sense of someone who can't make sense of themselves. Well, he likely doesn't want it to seem uber romantic because he doesn't want to scare you away. And he's also not the most tactful guy in the world. Um, but maybe he thinks he is being tactful and presenting it as something casual. Um, but but his heart's going boom, 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 girl. He may be presenting it as, you know, playing it cool and making it seem casual, but his intentions are very romantic. But then he made an appropriate hint saying he wants me in that way too. There you go. Precisely. I mean, there are dudes out there who do just want platonic friendships with girls, but 95, 97% of the time, even then, they usually still have a crush on them at the very least. I'm not saying men and women can't be friends, but, you know, we already know he's liked you. We know he does like you. It comes out every time we read for him. It's never said otherwise. It's just he shows it in a really effed up way and not in the way that you need and deserve. Ugh, I'm sorry about that, Deb. And that even in the conversation too, like I think that's a good, like that's an example right there. Like he's playing it like it's casual, and then he'll make an inappropriate hint. You know, that goes in the opposite direction, it's like, okay, why is that even on your mind then? You know? Yeah, he knows how to show it all right. Well, he shows it. Well, yeah, he definitely shows it, but not in the way that girls wanna see it. Hey, Yvette, welcome, 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 and thank you. How are you doing? And thank you very much, Deb. I appreciate you, and I hope I brought you some clarity there to this unclear man. I was just curious about the living situation part of it. Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, like, it wouldn't surprise me if, yeah, he would, I'm sure he would love to live with you. No doubt. Thank you so much for your donation, Yvette. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, we can never figure him out or make sense of it. Exactly. There's nothing to make sense when there's no sense. You can't make sense of someone who doesn't make sense themselves. You can't make sense out of crazy. And he's functioning, but like, well, I mean, in as much as he just got laid off from his job, he doesn't know how to maintain healthy, intimate relations with women he's interested in. I'm sorry, it's always a weird energy when I ask him. No, it's all good. It's all good, Deb. It's all good. You need clarity, and you deserve clarity. And he's just a weird guy. It's not your bad. I thought you told me he got laid off. Didn't you say he got laid off? I did not see that in the cards. No, I thought you told me. You must have said something else. My eyesight's not great right now, sweetheart, and most of your messages are retracted, so I can't see. But I thought I saw you typed that. That's where I got that. I did not get that from the cards, so if you didn't say that, then I misread it. I apologize. Oh no, why did I do that? Turn off my heater when I should. He closed a business of his in the past. Okay, I misread it. I don't know what I read, but yeah, I believe you. And you don't know what he does now. Okay, so that's what I meant by like, okay, well he's like, he's crazy, but he's functioning in society. He's not like institutionalized. But it sounds like he's having a hard time functioning right now. In general. You're so welcome, Deb. You're very welcome, love. Thank you. Yvette, please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. How are you seeing things move forward with doing the freelance thing with career modeling? Yes, yes, yes. Let's see here. messengers, and spirit guides. How does the future look for Yvette's freelance modeling career? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. How do things look for Yvette's freelance modeling career? Sorry. Ancient messengers and spirit guides. How are things looking with Yvette's freelance modeling career? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. How are things looking with Yvette's freelance modeling career? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. How are things looking with Yvette's freelance modeling career? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. How are things looking with Yvette's freelance modeling career? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. How are things looking with Yvette's freelance modeling career? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. How are things looking with Yvette's freelance modeling career? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. How are things looking with Yvette's freelance modeling career? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. How are things looking with Yvette's freelance modeling career? I was surprised you forgot about saying he was obsessed and crazy in that. No, I know I said he was obsessed and crazy in the past. I don't doubt that at all. What just happened here? Did we just lose video? What's going on? Did something... Okay, what's going on here? Okay. This Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is definitely like keep on keeping on. Don't. It's definitely spirit like cheerleading for you, saying like don't give up. Keep on defending yourself. Keep on moving forward on your path, on your journey. They want to remind you that you've got this with this King of Wands. But they're also acknowledging with the Star reversed that at times and possibly lately, which wouldn't surprise me lately, I mean, the job market has just been abysmal, period. But even with like figure study modeling and other art endeavors, the work is drying up. It's not permanent, but it is part of it. And the Star reversed is not saying that there's no hope, but it's an acknowledgement from spirit saying like there's likely times where you're going to feel like things aren't moving forward in the direction you want to see them move. The video isn't playing at all. Oh, shoot. Testing, testing. Hello. Testing. Hello, hello. Testing. Okay, so the sound's working. Okay. The reason why you couldn't hear was because I had it on mute. I'm sorry, honey. Can you hear me now? There's a delay on this. Hello? The reason. Okay. Okay, you can't hear. Okay, great. I'm sorry if the video is glitching out, but as long as you can hear me, that means more to me. So yeah, we have this star reversed card here, and the star reversed card is, yeah, it's spirit acknowledging that there's likely going to be times where you may even feel like giving up. Okay, and I'm sorry because I have it open on my phone and I have it open on my laptop, and the chat's working on my phone, but it's not working on my laptop. I want some clarity also with this star reversed card. Yeah, general pessimism regarding your freelance freelance modeling career, but they're saying to keep on keeping on. And this Four of Cups reversed, if what I'm reading is correct here, and I want some clarity from my book, but the Four of Cups reversed is often a call to, wait, are the other two, can you tell me the other two cards? Yes, love. So we have the Seven of Wands, the King of Wands, the Star reversed, the Four of Cups reversed, and the King of Swords. And yeah, I was looking at this Four of Cups reversed here. Four of Cups reversed is usually a hearkening to kind of reevaluate the way that we see something succeeding in our life. Like a successful modeling career might look one very specific way to you, but there's other directions that it can take you, and there's different types of modeling. And I don't know if you're into acting or like voice acting or like performing, or like even like hand modeling and stuff like that. I don't know how pretty your hands are. I'm sure you got pretty hands. There's all sorts of different types of modeling for you to get into as well, based on what the market's needing. So while it may look more like specific in your mind at this time, Spirit's saying, yeah, to make that it would be wise to make some possible adjustments mentally when it comes to the ultimate vision you have. But you are on the right track. You're on the right path with this great King of Swords card here. We have two really strong King of Wands and the King of Swords, definitely signifying that you're on the right path. It's not about you. It's genuinely not you at this time. It's really a tough market, and just as like every other job market is affected right now, just the economy in general, modeling jobs are being affected as well, for sure. But it doesn't mean that they've all gone away at all. It just means that there aren't as many opportunities as there were at one point, but they'll be returning. And that's the wisdom of the path that you're on, or at least from what I'm seeing from the cards. Ooh, huge delay on that. Okay. Yeah, that you're on the right path. You're on the right track. You're not doing anything wrong. There's nothing that you're neglecting to do. It's I'm not seeing like, you know, you need to apply for more, or you need to, you know, I mean, of course, like, you know, put yourself out there as much as possible, and try to market yourself as much as possible. That's crucial. Promoting yourself, self-promotion is key with any independent business. I'm back. I forgot to clarify the Queen of Wands reverse. Do I need to pay again to ask about that? I can clarify that for you, Deb. And can you just give me a moment with Yvette's reading? So what were the King of Wands and the first card saying again? The Seven of Wands and the King of Wands are saying those are the key factors where I'm seeing from Spirit, like, you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing, keep on doing what you're doing. Seven of Wands is defending where you stand, defending, fighting for what you want, taking the actions that you need to take to get what you want, to attain the goals and dreams that you want. So Spirit is not saying to back down, to give up. They're saying go forth, continue going forth. That this is not a waste of your time. This will not be a waste of your time. There will be fruits of your efforts and your labors. So, and this Star Reverse card is also talking of the importance of self-promotion, how vital that is in this industry. Branding yourself in a specific way if you can, even reinventing yourself to fit a specific niche demographic. And that's what the Four of Cups reversed is really about too, is doing your best to look at your overall modeling experience, not just in one specific way. To not have just one specific vision or view of what your modeling career should end up looking like. So you're definitely on the right path. It's not that you're not doing something right. Other than promoting more, there's nothing wrong with promoting more, and that's also part of the Star Reverse is letting your light shine, letting people see your light as much as possible, putting yourself in the spotlight, quite literally, as much as you can. But other than that, you're slaying with the work that you do get, and have gotten. You haven't disappointed, and you've made your mark. You've met your mark, right? I'm guessing what the cards say, like, I'm going to be paid. It's about continuously going to start seeing more money. Absolutely, yeah. Continuity is key, and consistency is key. Yeah, you will see the fruits of your efforts, love. Yeah, I haven't really been making much content. Yeah, neither have I, love. Actually, and I have my own reasons for it, but and I really need to get on that. But yeah, it's really important to just keep yourself, in people's frame of vision, and yeah, you got this, love. You're on the right path. And it certainly doesn't help to drum up your self-promotion more, for sure. Thank you very much, Eva. Thank you. Yeah, seeing you has reminded me that there's so many, I need to get back into my photographic networking. Yeah, I did a photo shoot like all the way back in November, and I didn't get to see any of the photos from it. But somebody saw me in a gallery and wanted to work with me. I'm like, I never even got to see those photos. Like, what? But anyway, yeah, no, keep on keeping on, Miss Yvette. Thank you, love, for your donation. Deb, I don't know if you're still here. You wanted clarification on what the Queen of Wands reverse was. I told you it because it was interesting. I remember you asking what the Queen of Wands reversed. You wanted clarity on the Queen of Wands reversed, and then you typed, and I need to see him take action. And I was like, that was like a perfect time for you to type that because the Queen of Wands reversed is definitely a card of someone who is not taking action or is taking like really stupid moves forward, not being strategic in his actions, and not being tactful in his actions or methodical. Um, so that's the Queen of Wands reversed in his situation there. Yeah. So the donation queue is open, everybody. The donation queue is open. Thank you. Hey, Deb. Yeah, I just explained what the Queen of Wands reversed was in his context. It's the man. He's not taking action. Um, I believe you typed it shortly after you wanted. You mentioned earlier, like when we were doing your reading, like what is the? Can you clarify the Queen of Wands reversed? And I said, and then shortly after you typed, yeah, he's not taking the right actions. And I said that was like really appropriate timing when you typed that because, yeah, he's not taking the right actions. That's precisely what that card is signifying there. Oh, no, no, no. That's not another person's energy. Not at all. No, that's his. Yeah, it was like less than like 2 minutes ago, but I pretty much just repeated what I just said. Um, why is he bothering me then? If it's not no action, I don't quite understand that. Why is he bothering you then? That's weird that it comes out like that. Why is he bothering you then if it's not no action? You mean so there is action? I'm not saying that he's not taking any action at all. I'm saying he's not acting in the way that you need him to. Unless you disagree with, you can disagree with me there, but that's the vibe I get. Is yeah, he is taking action, but it's not the right actions. It's not what you need to see. And his past actions and his past communication. You said it's not any action, but he's asking to link to up and see me. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm just confused with what you typed. Yeah. The guy's all over the place, Deb. But the place where he does stay, that doesn't seem to change. The only consistent thing that I've seen throughout all the readings I've done for him, for you, love, is that he does have feelings for you. He does have desire for you. But that's not to say that he's a man who's deserving of you. And that's not to say that he's a man who would be good for you either. Just because two people like each other doesn't necessarily mean that they're good for one another. No, I didn't mean that he's not taking any action at all. I think he is trying to. He's trying to meet up with you. We established that, but you don't want that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or if it happens, you seem very you seem very hesitant about meeting up with him in person. Am I right or wrong? And if you do, it's got to be strictly platonic, and he's already made lewd remarks or inappropriate remarks. When he's been consistently trying lately. Well, maybe it'll work then, Deb. I don't know. But I don't trust him to not turn on you. It's what I see in the cards. I see it every time in the cards. I pick it up in his energy. I see that he sincerely does want to do right by you. I told you that. But that doesn't mean that he's not gonna flip on a dime again. If you say one thing that doesn't match with what he believes, or sees completely eye to eye. There you go. Yeah. You're not even interested in platonic. So, you know what's right for you. It's frustrating as hell. I know. There's something there. There's something. But you can't trust the guy. Yeah, you can't even, yeah, exactly. You can't even be trusted platonically in your eyes. I don't trust him. I don't trust that. No, I don't. I do believe that there are some straight dudes out there who genuinely are friends with straight women. I do. It's happened. I've had straight friends for sure. Gay guys don't count because they don't desire us. But with this guy, 100%, it's like there's always hella love cards that come up. Even if you only get a mini reading, Deb, there's always romance and there's always cups and wands. Always cups and wands with this guy. But then also like I believe we've seen the Seven of Swords with him multiple times. The Tower, like messed up ass cards too. So yeah, it's frustrating because on one hand, yeah, he genuinely does really like you, Deb. I mean, who wouldn't? You're a lovely lady. But he also wants things on his terms and very hungrily too. And no, there's no one else, girl. I never pick up on that. I never pick up that there's someone else. And I tell you. I don't BS. You can trust me. I'm super honest. Like, yeah, that would be some tea. But no, you're the only one who's interested. And you're the only one. He's not used, I feel like he's not used to being rejected. And he doesn't, and that's part of this. Do you get that vibe? Like, this might be one of the first times he's been rejected romantically, and he just doesn't, so he's like throwing, that tantrum energy I was telling you. Like, why can't I have her? Like, and I'm like, it's very indignant. It's like, just because you like someone doesn't mean that, and they like you doesn't mean that you're supposed to be together, A. And B, it's just very indignant, very audacious thinking, I think. Which is like when it's been 2 years. What do you mean just like? And not love? he would, I would say, I think I've told you he loves you, but he expresses love in one hell of an effed up way. I always almost swear when I talk about him because he's just so effed up, and that's all I can say. Well, it comes off like I'm the only one to you, but he's definitely been with other women since we haven't been talking. Oh, I believe that. No, I do believe he has been with other women since you haven't been talking. Do I think he has been serious with any of them? Not at all. Do I think he's been as interested in them as he is in you? No. I think he's really got a borderline obsession with you, Deb. I really do. But I'm not. No, and I'm not saying that he's not here. Like, you know. But I also do feel like when he does talk to other women, and when he has in the past, he's doing it to get over you, and then he ends up just thinking about you again, and it's this cycle, this really unhealthy cycle. Yeah, we talked about that before. I'm one of the only ones that he couldn't have. Yeah, bingo. And that's that tantrum energy I was picking up on. It's like a kid who's just like, well, why can't I have it? That he can't accept that you are your own woman. You are a human being. You can't force someone to love you. It's like that song. I can't make you. I'm not gonna sing it. I can't make you love me. Like, you can't make someone love you, and he hasn't earned it. Your love. He said horrible things to you. Yeah, yeah. Like, 'cause when I said tantrum, had a mental image of literally like a little boy like throwing a tantrum, like on the floor, kicking and screaming. Not literally. I mean, I'm not like, I don't feel like he's doing that literally at this time. But is he acting like it? Yeah, he's acting like someone who's experiencing those emotions. And a tantrum is, I mean, it's usually thrown by children because they cannot communicate, and that's how they communicate their anger, their frustration, and not getting something that they want, not being able to procure something that they want, and not having the words to express it. And I think it's not so much that he doesn't have words to express it, it's more like, yeah, like every other girl I've been able to snag, she's the only one. And it like, yeah, makes him really determined, because it makes you like almost like more forbidden, you know. Like, yeah, he can't have you the way he wants you on his terms. um, he broke your trust a while ago. No, that's not it. That is part of it, but that's not all it is. That is part of the energy, but there's more to it than that. He does have sincere feelings for you. He's just a messed up guy. He's just the guy you don't want to have feelings for you, or he's not the guy that you would want to have. I wouldn't want someone like that to have feelings for me. Someone who just flies off the handle. I told you there was a guy who was interested in me who sounded exactly like him in his behavior. I cut him off, blocked him, and he still tried calling and threatening, saying and bullshitting, saying that he like had my criminal record and was going to expose me. I've never committed a crime in my life. I know this for a fact because I lived my life, and he doesn't even know my damn last name. We only talked like twice, and he took it hella seriously. I'm like, dude, this is going into that energy of psycho boy energy, and I can't go there. And I also think that was part of that dude's deal too. Was like, what the hell? Like, I can't get this girl. Like, it's like, yeah, no, I don't know what other girls, the other girls you talk to. I don't know who they are. I don't know.
I can't speak for them, but I don't want to be with you. Sorry. Yeah. And then he would switch back and try and be sweet and try and apologize. And I've ignored every single message. That's what ChatGPT told me to do. And I agree, because that you're feeding the energy monster. He wants your attention. He wants your energy. And I said it earlier too. He won't stop reaching that Six of Cups. I remember there's a Six of Cups right there. That's communication. And like seeing things through rose-tinted lenses, seeing things in an idealistic way that's not realistic, and it's like in a fantasy world. And he won't stop communicating with you until you stop communicating with him. Very similar to this storyline. Yeah. He's stopped. I'm sure he's gone for good now. I'm sure he's like figured it out. Like, I'm not gonna pick up the phone. Ariana, how are you doing, love? Good to see you. How are you on this fine Monday? Good. ChatGPT law. I love ChatGPT. I don't use it for everything, but for certain things, she's really helpful. I've gained a lot of wisdom from some things that she said. She doesn't get everything right, but she can be helpful. Thank you very much. ChatGPT confirmed the narcissistic tactics and other things too about the situation. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all, because I'm thinking of what my chat. I call her Gigi. If I told her, which I did when it was happening to me, everything she told me were the things I had been telling you. And then she gave me some other good advice too, which I've also shared with you. I tried to remember whatever advice she's given me. But yeah, no, it's textbook narcissist stuff. Let's go ahead and... What are Jordan's thoughts about our relationship? Did you want to do the love spread, Ariana? The thoughts, feelings, and intentions? Or did you just want to ask what his thoughts are? Good night, love. Take care. Sleep well. Okay. And how long have the two of you been together? Sorry, one sec here. Almost a year. Okay. And you wanted a 10-card reading, right? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana?
angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Jordan's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ariana? Okay, we have 9 of Swords reversed, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, Queen of Cups reversed, the Sun reversed, 4 of Pentacles reversed, King of Swords, 3 of Cups reversed, 10 of Cups reversed, and 10 of Wands reversed. Oh, geez. Yeah, this is rather heavy energy, Ariana. Starting with your current energies, we have this 9 of Swords reversed and the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that the two of you have been, you said that the two of you have been together for a year, but I get the sense that, and I'm not just saying this because you're here asking what his current thoughts are, but I get the sense that things have been declining over the past, I want to say, month or so. And you don't, excuse me, you don't want to let go of the relationship with this 4 of Pentacles reversed. But the relationship has also been a cause for concern in your life as of late. I'm picking up that you've had a difficult time trusting him, or at least being able to read him. Correct me if I'm wrong, because these are your current energies that we're starting with. And then his current energies in general towards your relationship, we have the Sun reversed and the 10 of Wands reversed. Yeah, he's in a bit of a dark place right now with the Sun reversed, and I don't know, it almost feels like he's kind of pessimistic. There's some pessimism here, and he's having a hard time seeing the happiness in the connection at this time. But I also feel like it's not all directly related to you and his relationship. I also think there's external factors at play. Just trying to figure out what they are. With this 10 of Wands reversed here, he's got a lot of burdens and concerns of his own.
both in his life in general and regarding the relationship. I also, these cards are, I'll be completely honest, as I always am, these cards are indicative of someone who's perhaps not being completely honest about something. The sun is truth and clarity. When we have it reversed, it can often be a sign of someone concealing something. And then when I see it with the Ten of Wands reversed, the Ten of Wands reversed, when we're talking about romance, is a failure to share burdens or to share information with one's partner. So I'm not saying that there's some like horrible dark thing that he's hiding from you, but so far into the reading, I do feel like there is something he's keeping to himself. His thoughts in general towards the connection, we have the Page of Pentacles and the King of Swords. He does think that there is, that this relationship is you know, it's not, he doesn't want it to come to an end at this time. It almost feels as though he's starting to get comfortable, and which is not necessarily a bad thing. But it's a little soon after only a year. You guys should still kind of be not necessarily in the honeymoon stage, but I mean things are definitely real by the time a year has been shared between two people. And he still has dreams of this connection moving forward. He still thinks highly of you and of the connection, and he doesn't want to do wrong by you. There is this recurring theme of truth coming out, and balance being restored with this King of Swords here as well. What did you say his sign was again, love? The King of Swords is like, yeah, he's you know, he's a Cancer. Okay, the King of Swords he's fair, he's logical, but I will admit he's not the most romantic guy. And I don't know if that's something that you've been feeling with him lately, like he's not expressing romantic feelings towards you like he used to, or he's possibly shut down a little bit emotionally. His feelings, we have the Eight of Wands and the Three of Cups reversed. This Three of Cups reversed does concern me. A lot of readers, when they see the Three of Cups upright or reversed, their knee-jerk reaction is often to go to a third party. I don't see that. I mean, if it's the truth, I see it, but and that's what I'm seeing. I do see that being a possibility here, that there could be a third party, because this Eight of Wands is him again with this theme of truth, of imparting a message to you. Yeah, Eight of Wands is like communicating something to someone that you feel you need is that he feels needs to be communicated. Do I think that he's actually intending on cheating on you? I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. Am I concerned that he might be that I'm concerned that he's possibly talking to other women. Do I think that he's gone forward with it? That I'm not so clear on here. But his intentions, we have this queen, and tell me where you're at here, if this is resonating at all with you, because I am looking at this Nine of Swords over here, this fear, anxiety, and I'm wondering if that's something that you have been concerned about or worried. I'm not trying to plant a fear in your head at all. So that's why I just want to see if we're on the same page here. But his intentions, I am seeing a continuous theme of truth, revealing one's truth. His intentions, we have this Queen of Cups reversed. That is the Cancer court card. You said that he was a Cancer. And this Ten of Cups reversed, which, yeah, frankly doesn't look great. It was something I noticed sometimes, but he's pretty honest. Okay. That's where I feel like he's likely talking to other women, but I don't think he's actually cheated on you. But there are cards of like guilt here that I am seeing as well. That's also part of this Ten of Wands reversed. And Queen of Cups reversed is usually it's not to say that he doesn't have a cup of love for you or a cup of affection for you anymore, but he is feeling there's something about the connection that he feels insecure about at this time. He's feeling there's something that he's feeling unsure of in the connection. And part of it could also be one person putting in more effort than the other. And again, there's feeling, I am getting feelings of like remorse. And then we have this Ten of Cups reversed here. I mentioned earlier that he wasn't in a very good place right now. Like I don't know how this is resonating, but I feel like there's things going on in his life beyond your relationship that are preventing him from being 100% present with you. Like I feel he says he felt less attraction for me since I had a you-know-what attempt. Oh my god, he said that? And I didn't know about that, love. I'm so glad you're with us and you're okay. That is a pretty terrible thing for anyone to say. I'm going to be honest there. Even if that is the truth, it's not how that's not how you word it to someone that you care about. There's other ways of saying that or expressing that, or just like not telling someone that at all, and just because I do see him feeling unsure And I don't know what he's hearing from friends or family members. I feel like they like you. I don't know how you feel about that, but I feel like they like you. Um, and they likely don't appreciate the way that he treats you. Because it's, from everything I'm seeing here, I'll be completely honest, it looks half-assed. It looks like someone who should be putting in more effort into a relationship than they are. And then you just experienced that, and you went through that, and he had the audacity to say that he feels less attracted to you since then. I don't even know, why that would be at all, but he's clearly not a sympathetic or empathetic or empathic person. I don't know, Ariana. I know you guys have been together for a year, but this just doesn't look. This looks like someone is like. There's a big thing of. There's also a theme of imbalance in this reading as well, love. And I've been trying to figure out, like, what is, I get just saying that there's an imbalance, like, okay, well, an imbalance specifically where, and I think I see it. You're putting in more effort than he is. And I think he's aware of that too. And what is he doing about it? Because this looks like someone who's not taking any action. And I don't know, excuse me, I don't know why I'm losing my voice. Sorry. I don't know if he's always been this way. I doubt he's always been this way. But I also get the sense that this has been growing. I think I mentioned that actually at the beginning of the reading. I get the sense that this has been he's been slowly detaching for about 3 months now. And you don't have to tell me when that happened to you, love. So I don't know if he's just saying things, or if there's another person and that's what's going on. I wouldn't put it past him, and I don't like that. And I'm not here to judge anyone. Who am I to judge someone? I'm just some lady who reads cards, but his behavior is not becoming and not gentlemanly and not loving at this time. And yeah, I don't know where you're feeling when it comes to his actions towards you. You said that he's pretty honest, and it sounds like he is. Sounds like he's very blunt. To, like, there's a way of, I'm very honest as well, but damn if I don't take a moment to think, what's the kindest way of saying this at this time? Like, if I have something heavy to say to someone, I take a moment, legit ass, I take a moment and think, what's the kindest way for me to word this? And he could have worded that differently. Yeah. So I don't know, love. I'm concerned with that Nine of Swords reverse that his behaviors are contributing to these these negative feelings. And possibly jeopardizing, your emotional equilibrium and your mental health overall. I know that I have, like, I'm definitely very affected by other people, and sometimes I just have to separate myself from them if it gets to be too much. And I just I'm not suggesting you break up with him right now or anything like that, but you do deserve someone who treats you better. I hope you know that. And I know he's out there. He's not. We're not here to see him at this moment in time, but he does exist. And yeah, this guy's, he's not being the loving man that he should be towards you. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, Miss Ariana. Thank you very much for your donation, love. Let me know if you need me to clarify anything additionally. But yeah, you deserve a lot better than how he's behaving towards you. Okay. So I have been on for a little over 2 hours, so I'm gonna do a last call tonight for any and all donations. Hey, Austin, sorry about the. That was really loud. Sorry about that. Whoa. Everything's okay. Yes, hello, how are you feeling, Austin? I hope you're feeling better. You taking care of yourself? So I'm going to do a last call tonight for any and all donations. If you have a question that you would like me to answer for you tonight, please let me know. Sorry. Last call tonight, everybody. I swear the sirens will abate. I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, something's going on. Last call tonight. Last call for all donations. Thank you. Last call, everybody. Thank you for all donations. I swear, if I hear another siren, then I'm gonna have to look outside and see what the hell is going on. Because I live on a pretty quiet, well, I live off of a main street, but my street itself is quite quiet. Last call tonight for any and all donations. Thank you very much. And I apologize earlier for the snafu there with the video. I believe that was something to do with YouTube and not my internet, but it ended up working out in the end, and the stream did not die. So yay YouTube, and yay OBS. Last call, everybody, tonight for any and all donations. Thank you very much. Last call tonight. Alright, looks like everyone is happy and taken care of. Thank you very, very much. Much love and light to all of you, especially Ariana, Deb, Yvette, Mahogany, Tim. Thank you so much, Tim, from the bottom of my heart. You're so sweet. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Who else did we have tonight? Marissa and Miss Marissa. Thank you, loves, and I will see y'all again soon.